Hi friends, welcome to another identity theft product review. Today we're looking at ID Watchdog. I'll be breaking down all the details, letting you know everything you need to know to make a well-informed decision. Now we have a full comprehensive written review over at houseofdebt.org, so go ahead and check that out. ID Watchdog is an identity protection product that's owned by Equifax, which is one of the three major credit bureaus. Since they have involvement in creating identity and credit related products, you would think they'd know how to help you manage and protect it. But does it? Let's take a look. Here's what we liked about ID Watchdog. When you log into their website, they do a great job of having an easily understandable user interface. You see all of your financial and credit information right out of the gate, and it transfers over to a just as good mobile app experience, making it easy to check on things on the go and have your information readily available anywhere you are. Not to mention, their customer support is 24/7 for phone and email. Having that in the back of your mind is reassuring in the instance you ever needed help after normal business hours. Call them at 2 a.m. Say you up. We like that their premium plan offered credit locks with 2 credit bureaus. Credit locks are a great tool for stopping anyone from pulling your credit report quickly, which stops identity thieves from taking loans out in your name. Many providers only let you do a credit lock with one bureau, which we find extremely lacking. This is where ID Watchdog has a bit of an edge, offering credit locks with both TransUnion and Equifax. We think this is especially useful if you see yourself applying for loans, credit cards, or grants in the near future and need to switch access to your credit file on and off quickly. Here's what we didn't like. Useful features like 3-bureau credit monitoring, credit locking, financial account monitoring, and digital security tools are only available with the pricier premium plan. At $21.95 a month, this is more expensive than similar plans from heavyweights like Aura, which only costs about $15 a month. Now you might be thinking that paying an extra $7 is worthwhile for a product coming from a brand name like Equifax. That is, until you recall that Equifax has had multiple data breaches themselves. I'll leave you to decide how much that affects the trust you put into this product. Lastly, ID Watchdog's digital security suite contains a VPN and a password manager. It's certainly close, but no cigar. Look at any digital security product today, and they'll usually come with antivirus and secure browsing tools. Again, companies like Norton 360 with LifeLock or Aura have ID Watchdog beat in this area. Features and functionality. Let's dig into the features. ID Watchdog gives you a bunch of essential features, such as credit monitoring, credit score locks, financial account monitoring, dark web scans, and this scans for social security numbers and email addresses in the dark web. And you also have the ability to enter additional information you want to monitor. Identity and social security monitoring, as we mentioned, along with solicitation reduction, which helps lower the likelihood of spam emails and phishing links getting to you. It also has social media account monitoring that will scan your social media accounts for inappropriate content. And in the case that you are a victim of identity theft, you don't have to worry about your finances being destroyed. They will reimburse you for anything that you have lost, up to $1 million in stolen funds, and they cover any costs you incur in restoring your identity, such as legal fees and lost income. One thing I'd like to point out here is that even though ID Watchdog positions itself as specializing in protecting your family, many of their family-oriented features like child credit locking, child credit monitoring are basic features that apply to anyone. And you can find most of these features in identity protection products. So if you're looking for identity theft protection for your family, don't let their marketing sway you. Plan options. Let's discuss the difference between the Select and the Premium plan. The biggest differences are that you'll get credit monitoring at all 3 credit bureaus with the Premium plan, compared to credit monitoring with just Equifax on the Select. The Premium plan offers a credit locking feature which is super useful for protecting your credit file, like we explained earlier. It's just a shame they don't give that to you on the entry-level plan, unlike companies like Aura and Complete ID, who do that. Financial account monitoring is not on the Select plan, which is not a big deal if you're able to set up transaction alerts directly with your bank. However, if you do want all your alerts in one place, then you're gonna have to snag the Premium. Internet security tools such as your VPN, password manager, are restricted to the Premium plan, which you may not need if you already have these tools. But if you do need them or would like to get those tools for cheap, then check out our review of Aura or our review of Norton 360 with LifeLock. Social media monitoring. This is not really an identity protection feature, but it's still nice to have. It alerts you if your social media account gets hacked or if it finds inappropriate content on your social media profiles. which may be good for monitoring your kids' activities online. Let's dive into the web interface and functionality of the ID Watchdog website. ID Watchdog deviates from the typical dashboard and helper approach, and the outcome looks more like a virus detection tool. ID Watchdog does a good job of walking you through the account setup process by telling you how much you have to do left. It'll also tell you what the next step is. Here are your alerts in the dashboard as well. You can check your credit, identity, financial, and cyber alerts. All that information is right there for you as soon as you log in, and then you can see the control. And under control, that little area, it talks about multi-bureau locking. You're able to see the reports for Equifax and TransUnion. You have your fraud alerts, and you can also check what's going on with your subprime loan blocking, which is another feature that ID Watchdog offers. More on that soon. The dashboard is essentially a snapshot of all the information that is in the other tabs. Let's check out the alerts tab. I don't have any alerts right now because this account is brand spanking new, and that is still part of the process, but that is exactly what you'd see when you check the alerts tab. It'll show you the same thing we see here: credit, identity, financial, and cyber alerts. Let's check out the credit tab. In the credit tab, you're going to be able to see the multi-bureau locking effect. With just a click of a button, you can lock your credit. For Equifax, the credit report, you can lock it, and for TransUnion, you can lock that credit report as well, and you can still lock or freeze your Experian credit report as well, but you got to manage it at Experian. You have fraud alerts, which once again is part of the account setup, so it's not going to be shown here, and then it'll also give you some other things that you can control and freeze. You can do controls and freezes for new credit accounts, new subprime and payday loans, which payday loans, people only need your social security number and what your job is to take one out. And also you can block and lock new bank accounts and utility accounts. In cyber, we're going to see what's going on in the dark web. It's going to be tracking for your personal information, your credit information, your government IDs, medical IDs, online logins. And then you can also set it up to track and monitor your social accounts. All you got to do is link your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. And this is part of their digital identity protection. Another thing you can do to protect your identity is get a personal VPN, a password manager, and you can also see what's going on with the registered sex offenders in your neighborhood. You get up to 10 reports on any address each month, and you can select one address for continuous monitoring. There's also the National Provider Identifier, which alerts healthcare providers of changes to their National Provider Identifier database record, which, if unrecognized, could indicate identity theft. Another thing to review is your identity profile. You can see that report, and those are things that make up your identity, like where you live, what your name is, and where those are showing up in different databases. In the Financial Accounts tab, this is authorizing monitoring of your financial accounts, to customize alert that triggers when there is something unrecognized, like an unrecognized transaction that is huge and it could be signaling fraud. The financial account monitoring will monitor the account type, the account number, the balance, the monitoring. This could be a bank, credit card, 401k investment, a loan, or something else. You have your subprime loan block, and you can block that automatically, and this helps keep identity thieves from opening new unsecured subprime loans in your name. And all you gotta do is one click away and you're blocking it. And the last tab is support and resolution. This is identity resolution. This is if your identity is stolen, you get to talk to one of their certified resolution specialists that will manage your case until it's resolved. And your assigned resolution specialist will assess the identity theft and develop a fully managed resolution plan to help you move forward. There's 6 steps that are lined out right there. And this identity theft insurance, you can see that your plan, or at least my plan in this case, is covered up to $1 million in identity theft insurance. And the insurance includes stolen funds, reimbursement for unrecoverable fraudulent electronic, and for unrecoverable funds removed through unauthorized electronic transfers from employer-sponsored retirement accounts, etc. Closed cases, that's if it's already happened and they resolved it. And then there's also this cool option of reducing solicitation, so you can reduce the number of spam that actually gets to you with that feature as well. So let's go ahead and jump out of our web browser and into the mobile application, available for both Android and iOS. After answering a security question, you are brought to the app's main dashboard, which shows all of the recent alerts. It's very easy to navigate through the app. Overall, we appreciated being able to quickly update and monitor most of our information through the ID Watchdog app. You have the ability to go ahead and lock your credit with Equifax and TransUnion just by tapping on this lock button. There's a credit score tracker, and it's a nice way to see if your credit score changes. Drastic changes could mean that something nefarious is going on, damaging your credit. You have your dark web monitoring. It's monitoring your name, date of birth, email address, login, social security number, your physical address, the important things that make up who you are, your identity. You also have the option to add more items that you'd like them to monitor on the dark web, such as your driver's license or bank account information. Alright, concluding thoughts. ID Watchdog provides an enjoyable experience that starts as soon as you finish creating your account. thanks to its clean interface. I found it straightforward to navigate compared to other identity protection products that I've reviewed recently. It has great basic features such as ID theft insurance, credit monitoring, identity monitoring, and 24/7 customer support. You certainly will get comprehensive identity security if you go for the premium plan. However, we do believe there are products out there like Aura that give you similar features at a lower price. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and leave a comment on which feature that we covered today seemed most beneficial in your eyes. My name is Nicholas Vitale, and we will see you in the next one. Visit houseofdebt.org for the full review, as well as our honest reviews of other identity theft products.